Hey everyone, my name is Jessie and welcome back to my channel. So for this week's video, I wanted to make a home style pizza. Not just any home style pizza, I wanted to see if I could create a brick oven style flavor at home. And I have just the trick that you can use at your home to get the same type of flavor. And so without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to start off by making our pizza dough, and you're going to need 2.5 cups of bread flour, 1 envelope of dry active yeast, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of salt. And you're just going to mix that all together. Okay, now for our wet ingredients, you're going to take 1 1/4 cup of warm water with 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil and give that a good whisk. Okay, we have our dry ingredients, we have our wet ingredients, and now I'm going to pour about half of my liquid into my dry till it forms a nice paste consistency. And basically what you want is your water to not be too hot, because if it's too hot, it's going to kill your yeast, but if it's too cold, it's not going to activate. And so you want to make sure it's somewhere in the middle. Mine was about 110 to 114 degrees. And I added my second portion of liquid, and now I'm just going to give this a good mix so there's no dry bits left. And now I'm taking another large bowl and I'm just coating that in some extra virgin olive oil so that when we put our dough into the bowl, it doesn't stick and make a big old mess on our bowl. Okay, that looks really good, nice and coated, completely covered. And now I'm just going to transfer my dough into this extra virgin olive oil coated dough. And any excess oil, you can just coat the top of it. You want to make sure it's nice and covered with that oil so that it stays nice and hydrated. You don't want any dry, crusty bits. That ain't good for your crust, trust. And so I did the top, and now I'm just going to flip it over to the bottom. You basically just want to make sure your entire crust is coated with extra virgin olive oil so that stays nice and moistened. Okay, our dough looks good, and now I'm just going to take some plastic wrap, and I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to put this in my refrigerator overnight. But if you want to make your crust same day as making the pizza, you can leave it on your counter for about 5 to 6 hours. But I'm leaving mine in overnight, and I'm pulling it out the next day and then letting it rise for the rest of the day. Okay, it is now the next day for me. I let my dough sit out all morning and all afternoon, so it's come to room temperature. It had time to rise, and look at all those amazing air pockets. It looks absolutely amazing. And now I am taking some all-purpose flour, and I'm just going to coat our surface so that the dough doesn't stick to it. And now I'm just taking our dough out of our huge bowl that we were using and just adding some extra flour just to make sure it's nothing sticking or making a big old mess. Well, I'm making a mess, but you know what I mean. And so now I'm basically kind of kneading the dough. And now I'm going to be taking my bench scraper and my rolling pin, and I am just going to cut my dough in half. So this makes about 2 medium-sized pizzas, but if you want to be awesome and make 1 jumbo-sized pizza, then go for it. But this makes about 2 medium. And so I'm just going to coat that in flour along with my rolling pin. Move my bench scraper out the way. And so I'm just going to give this a roll till it's nice and smooth and to the thickness that I prefer. You can make it as thick or as thin as you want. If you want to do a square shape or a circle shape, that's completely up to you. That's what's so awesome about homemade pizza, is that you can basically do whatever you want. You can do different shapes, different sizes. That's like what's so awesome about it. Okay, so I'm just rolling this out, and as I'm rolling it, I'm also rotating it and kind of stretching it out a little bit more. Okay, and now we're going to get to the brick oven style, and I'm using a pizza stone. You guys, I have never owned a pizza stone until now, and it's absolutely amazing. And this is what's going to give you that nice crispy crust that a brick oven style does for you. And so I would definitely recommend doing a pizza stone if you love brick oven style pizzas. And so I just took some extra virgin olive oil, and I'm just coating that all over my pizza stone. And now I'm going to take my pizza crust, and as you can see, it's kind of sticky, but that's okay. We're just going to work with it. And I'm just going to plop that on my pizza stone, and you can move it around, make different shapes. as you want. You can make it as thin or as thick. And as you can see, I have a little hole, so I'm just like pushing it together, just cover up that hole. Nothing major, it's completely fine. Dough is very forgiving, well, at least most are. And so I'm just pressing that out. Again, you can make it as thick or as thin as you want. And I'm going to pop it in a 450-degree oven for about 15 minutes. Okay, our dough looks really good. It's not all the way cut, but it's mostly cut. And so now I'm going to add some marinara sauce. And if you want to do homemade sauce, that's perfectly fine. I'm just using a jar just because I don't have the time during the week to make a homemade sauce. And so now comes the toppings, and you can do whatever toppings you want. I am going to make this in Margherita style, so I'm using fresh mozzarella that I just sliced, as you can see. And then I'm going to add some amazing fresh tomatoes that I just sliced as well. But again, if you want to do pepperoni, beef, bacon, mushrooms, completely up to you. And now I'm adding some fresh basil, and I love fresh basil on my pizza. It's just absolutely amazing, gives a light and freshness to the pizza. It's absolutely delicious. And so I'm just going to continue adding my basil, and I'm going to pop it back in my 450-degree oven for about 10, 15, 20 minutes. And there you have it, a brick oven style pizza. I really hope you enjoyed this video because I, as always, enjoy making it for you. And if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to click that subscribe button along with that notification bell so you'll be notified every single time I upload a video. It'll be awesome. You know, you can join us and have all of the delicious foods right in your subscription box. And so what could be better than that? And I'm going to be linking all of my social media down below, so check it out if you want. And until next time, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!